Abby. I am going to go through all of the work that is going to be due for week 1. You should have gotten all of this work either via coming to pick it up, or you have access to it online via our Google Classroom. But I wanted to go through it and make sure that you know what will all be due on Friday. So, oh my goodness, we have a backwards copy, but right here we have the list of activities, and I refer to this as just the activities list. And these are ideas, you guys. So we have karaoke, indoor picnic, watch a Disney movie, bake a treat, clean your room, make a tent in your living room, play a card game with someone else, not solitaire, play a board game, read aloud, make a picture with someone, collage, fold a paper airplane, 5-minute dance party, indoor balloon volleyball, taste test eggs 3 different ways, research and do a slime recipe, skip count by 7s, have a baking soda and vinegar experiment, listen to classical music, make dinner, clean the toilet, clean your room, plan meals for a big week, make breakfast. And then there were a couple of games that you could choose from too. So red light, green light. Most of you know how to play this one already, but one child is the stoplight, the other children are the cars. When the stoplight yells green light, the children run towards the stoplight. When the stoplight yells red light, all the children must stop. If a child doesn't stop, they must go back to the starting line. Loud or quiet is the next game. Children have to perform an action either loud or quiet. First, pick an action like stomp your feet. The leader says loud and the children stomp loudly. When the leader says quiet, the kids stomp quietly. And the last couple that I have are hide and seek and follow my clap. Follow my clap. In this game, the leader creates a clapping pattern. Children have to listen and repeat the pattern. These are all just ideas. What I really want you to do is pick something out socially that you can do with a parent or a friend or a guardian or somebody in your house that you can do socially together. The point of this, you guys, is so that you don't hold up in your room for this entire time we're away and lose all those amazing social skills that you have. Okay, moving on to the next thing. So your job this week is to pick 2 of these or come up with 2 of these, journal about it. I want at least 3 sentences about your social activity. All right, next we have the behavior log. This is primarily for parents. I have spoken to many of you about this already, but the point of this is to track behavior, obviously. So what I'd need for you to do is in the upper left-hand corner, put your student's name and the week of this week in particular. It is March 30th through April 3rd. So you'd put week of March 30th through April 3rd. Now this part right in the middle, this is what we did as staff. We graded behavior every hour. 2 being the best was really an all-star, 0 being did not meet expectations at all, and 1 was right in the middle. So this part you don't really have to worry about because our day at home isn't really broken up perfectly like this. This is the part that I want you to worry about on the bottom. I'd like you to note the day, the time, and a comment about any behaviors that you see that are really positive or really negative. This is just a good way for me to see from parent perspective how kids are doing. All right, moving on to the next one. So we have Unit 6. We are talking about motion and forces. I will go back through and read this and then finish the worksheet with the kids. I have to figure out how to do that, how I'm going to project and write down. I'm thinking about something to do with rubber bands so I can hold my phone up and actually mark papers at the same time. Okay, so week 1, first thing, I should go back, motion and forces. The second science project is speed, velocity, and acceleration. And your job with those is to read and then answer directly afterward. A couple of math minutes. We have math minutes 57, 58, 59, and then we are solving one-step equations. We touched upon this a little bit when we were in class, but at the top of each one of these sheets, it'll go over what order you're supposed to do them in to solve the one-step equations. Tempted to get into it now, but I want to explain everything that's in week 1. So again, I will go over this again on our class, or excuse me, our Google Classroom. I will post a couple more videos on how to do this. All right, again, here's the answer key that hopefully you won't need because it's so easy. You just fly right through it. Now, this week is language arts. For our language arts is what's the difference between a fact and what is an opinion. So primarily in our head, when we think facts, we think graphs and specific numbers, and opinions would be, I think, I feel, this looks funny, or other opinions. So when we talk about this out loud, it makes a lot of sense. We can specify what a fact is, what an opinion is. What is difficult about it is when we put it to real work. So when we go through and label sentences like you'd have to do on a standard test, whether we think they're fact or opinion, that's when it gets a little more difficult. So we are going through fact and opinion this week, and we are going through point of view. Again, point of view from the person that's telling the story. It's healthy for us to determine who the point of view from who the story is being told, and we'll just go through that. We have another fact and opinion, fact and opinion, fact and opinion, fact and opinion. And oh my goodness, and I think that's all it is for this week. I have, in some of your packets, I have given you additional science and additional language arts and additional math. So these are what are required in week 1. This is what is required. Beyond this, if you have any questions, please let me know. So this video was just to go over what exactly is in week 1. I'm kind of toying with the idea of how to hand this in. I'm thinking maybe your folks can take a picture of it and text it to me. If there's a better way to do that, we'll figure it out. Okay, miss you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.